We've all been there, right? You pick up your phone for one quick thing and suddenly half an hour has vanished and you're just lost in a sea of content. But what if I told you there's a simple habit that can break the cycle and totally reset how your brain engages with the world? Sound familiar? You had a goal, you had an intention, but somehow you just got sucked into this digital vortex. Well, here's the good news. You're not lazy, and this is not a willpower problem. Nope, something else is going on inside your brain. You see, your brain has been caught in what we can call the scrolling trap. It's a passive state that all these apps are, well, expertly designed to keep you locked into. So let's break down what that actually means. So here's the crucial idea. Consumption mode is when you're just an observer. You're taking in endless streams of information, but your brain isn't really doing anything with it. It's kind of like eating without ever digesting the food. And it turns out there's a very specific chemical reason for this. The secret ingredient to this whole trap is a chemical you've probably heard a lot about, dopamine. It's the brain's reward system, and let me tell you, social media platforms have become absolute masters at manipulating it. And, the way it works is surprisingly simple. Each new video, every photo, every single like, it triggers a tiny little release of dopamine. It feels good, so your brain just says, hey, more of that please. And this creates a feedback loop that is incredibly hard to break. And this right here, this just perfectly illustrates the core conflict. It's you versus the app. Your goal is simple. Get in, do the one thing, and get out. The app's goal? The exact opposite. They're literally designed to hijack that dopamine loop to keep you stuck in consumption mode for as long as humanly possible. And the cost of staying in this mode, it's huge. I mean, think about it. When your brain is constantly flooded with other people's content, there's just no room left for your own thoughts. Your own creativity starts to shrink, your energy just tanks, and you're left with this kind of empty feeling and a ton of mental clutter. But it does not have to be this way. You really can break this cycle. You can reset your brain. And the best part, it doesn't require deleting all your apps or having some massive superhuman willpower. All it takes is one simple intentional habit. Let's give this habit a name, intentional output. The rule is dead simple. Every time you consume, you must create. It's a tiny action that forces a monumental shift in how your brain actually works with information. This is the magic of it. The moment you decide to create something, anything, based on what you just saw, you flip a switch. You're no longer just a passive recipient of information. You become an active participant, forcing your brain to wake up, engage, and think. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually make it happen in the real world? Let's look at how you can build this into a practical, everyday routine that actually sticks. It's really just a simple 3-step process. First, you consume, just like you normally would. But then, and this is the game changer, instead of just scrolling on to the next thing, you pause and you create. That's the circuit breaker. That single act is what pulls you out of that consumption trance. And look, when I say create, I don't mean you have to write a novel or shoot a movie. We're talking about ridiculously small actions. You watch a video, just jot down one single idea in a notebook. You read an article, text one key takeaway to a friend. The output can be and should be tiny. And this right here is probably the most important part. Do not worry about quality. The goal isn't to make a masterpiece. The goal is simply to do the action. The intention is what rewires your brain, not the perfection of what you make. So once you actually start doing this, what happens? Well, the rewards go way beyond just spending less time on your phone. You start to unlock the incredible power of an active, engaged mind. This really says it all, doesn't it? That passive consumption is like junk food. It's a short-term, hollow pleasure. But actively creating something, that is deeply fulfilling. It builds real confidence, it brings clarity to your thoughts, and it just makes you feel alive again. So here's the challenge for you. Don't just let this be another cool idea you heard. I want you to put it into practice. The very next piece of content you consume, an article, a video, whatever, create one small thing from it. Just try it once, see how it feels. Because this is the question that can change everything. It shifts your focus from, what will I watch next, to what can I make with this? Answering that question is the first step to taking back your attention, your energy, and your creativity.